Hey, welcome to Chrysalis Invictus Tarot. We have a divine feminine, divine masculine check-in reading for you today. And this is timeless, so whenever you're finding this could be the message for you. Use your intuition to discern whether this message is for you. So let's get started with a card for the masculine and a card for the feminine, please. Let's take a look. Okay, so we have number 12, birds, specifically in this deck, owls. The owls hoot calls of worry and woe, but they will not create any echo. A pleasant journey leaps into view, and that these birds are far from you. Okay, so there is a daybreak happening for the masculine at this time. There's an awakening to a certain kind of wisdom. With the number 12, 1 plus 2 is 3, 3 being a number of the ultimate union, like when union has taken place, it's the next layer. So this is the masculine accepting, currently in relation to the feminine, accepting that his feminine is his feminine. He's definitely there. I'm getting that there are still residual issues that he's having. Perhaps it's with mental health, if that's something that he goes through. So the masculine refuses to allow his lows to affect the feminine. So the interesting thing about that, and we'll take a look at the shared space, but often if there is shared energies, she's going to pick up on it anyway. And remember, we're talking masculine and feminine. I'll use he and she, but you can switch the pronouns as you need them to be switched, whatever works for you. I'm really getting that the masculine is seeing the way forward. And this is something I don't know that, it feels kind of new. It feels new, but also something that has been going on for a while. Sorry, I took a sip of coffee. I'm just having my coffee while I read for you. Okay, and let's see the feminine. The feminine, we have the star. Your own star guides you as a good sign when it is shining bright, but sorrow comes if clouds drift near to hide from your sight. Ooh, okay. I'm getting that the feminine's emotions are really fickle right now, that she's sort of oscillating between faith and disbelief, between happiness and sadness, between confidence and doubt. Like it's this oscillating, this going back and forth. So there's this like bright light flickering. And if you think of the masculine as looking at her from a distance, he sort of sees the light shine and he's moving toward it, and then the light disappears. And so and keeping in mind that often the masculine is guided by this light. So when it flickers out, he doesn't know where to go. He doesn't know how to find it. So that's sort of generally what's happening. Let's check out this shared space. I have to shuffle now over the desk because I lose cards too much. So I've set a rule for myself. Where are we? Perfect. Oh, wow. 32. When the friendly moon shines down at you from near upon your shores, he is announcing a nicer career, glory, and honor are to be yours. Yes. And again, this feels like the masculine coming into the kingdom of the feminine, if you will. I don't mean to be cheesy, but number 32, 5, 7. Okay. So we have 3, 5, and 7. So we're moving up in intervals of chaos as well from the masculine to the feminine. There's a little bit of a, this does not feel like it's on a conscious level at all. So if you are not seeing signs or signs of this in person, that's why it's not really happening on that level. I've been struggling with the focus on this camera. My apologies for that. So let's take a look at what the masculine is thinking about the feminine. How's the masculine thinking about the feminine? The most beautiful of cards this lady is, that most certainly. May she bring you luck in life always and kind deeds done thoughtfully. Oh, he's feeling really bright and lovely about her. There's this feeling of like kindness being kind of an aphrodisiac for the masculine, like her goodness, the way she treats others, the way she is, the way she conducts herself is admirable to him. And so he's wishing her all the best things. He's thinking of her happy. He's dreaming her happy. And what about the feminine? What is she thinking about the masculine? Number 19, the Tower is a sign in happy age you're growing as long as near the clouds no storm is showing. Interesting. We have a storm in both of them. Feminine is that oscillation. It comes from, I've been here before. I've had hope before. I've dreamt before. I've thought this was it before. And so for some of you, if you're continuing to watch these DMDF updates, those of you who are from the older group who are coming through, you are in that energy of I'll believe it when I see it. But you may find yourself oscillating in and out of that I'll believe it when I see it and wanting to dip into that sort of fantasy and that hope and that illusion. But regardless of where the masculine is at, the feminine is continuing to grow. And so this light dimming, turning on and off, is not necessarily in relation to the masculine. This is just something that's going on with her at this time. What is the masculine feeling about the feminine right now? The Child says you are honest and lenient, treasured by friends and honored for this temperament. Again, he's really just like honoring the feminine. There's this very soft and nurturing energy toward her. There's this feeling of innocence and simplicity to how he's feeling. So all of the jagged edges that may have been there at some point are not there. This is all softness. This is all softness. How is the feminine feeling about the masculine? It's this one right here. Number 6, the shining clouds make happiness your gift, while the darker clouds warn that pain comes swift. Clouds again. You know, for me, clouds are like when someone has mental health or addiction issues, the cloud coming in is really, it really makes me think of that. And so this is the feminine not really knowing what's what. There's no clarity on her side from the masculine. Like she does not know that there's softness here, I don't think. she doesn't know what to think or feel about him, is what I'm getting. Let's see shared space. The feelings in the shared space, much profit to you. This house is bringing your luck in cards, trade, and love. That's changing. Oh, they have a house. This shared space is taking form, taking physical form. So whatever this means, this could be that there's actual physical contact. It could be that you're in the stage of moving in together. The good fortune of the masculine and feminine union, though, this is what I'm getting the most. So this applies to any situation, no matter how near or far you are, or how connected you are. That the fortune of the union is here. So many of you may feel that there is a certain prosperity that comes from your connection. Perhaps some of you are meant to work together. Perhaps some of you have shared goals that you are going to help each other with, I guess is the best way to say it. That's already happening. You're already happening. It's already happening. So in the shared space, sometimes what happens is that the masculine and feminine can share skills and abilities and knowledge. So you have access, masculine and feminine, you have access to each other's knowledge base. You have access to each other's energies in a material way. So it may sound strange, but it's sort of like you can call on the energy of the other to help you to accomplish something. And let's see what the masculine is feeling about the future, or what's coming in. Ooh, lots. Okay. Okay. So we have some difficult energies for the masculine moving forward. We have, I'll read to you what it says, and then I'll give you the message that I'm receiving. So the cross says, the cross is a prophecy of misfortune of all sorts. The farther away, the worse it will be. Near, the pain will be strong and short. So for this, what I'm really getting, this is a message for the masculine specifically about the duration of prolonging perhaps a separation or a communication. Just something that you know that you're supposed to do. The farther away, the worse it will be. If you lean into and walk into the pain, it's like the cure for pain is in the pain, or the way out is through. Like, these sayings are there for a reason. JC, if you can't run from the pain, go towards it. This is about stepping into divine purpose as well. And so in stepping into that divine purpose, you may experience acute pain, but it's not as bad as it will be if you continue to prolong the process and draw it out. You're just making it worse, essentially, by drawing it out. And again, here, I will read the message, but and there's a different message here. So it's number 11. For a husband, the rod means domestic quarrels most dire. For a wife, worry or gloom will most likely transpire. So this is about anxieties, and this is about transcending. What I'm really getting from this, especially with the 11 and with the significance of 11, if you add the two together, one and one together, you get two. This is union. The fear of union, again, it's very much related to this card. The fear of union is actually creating anxieties. It's punishing more than it's helping. And so if there are thoughts and thoughts and thoughts or worries that are unending, it will not end, like, unless action is taken. And finally, number 5, pray for a tree that's far away. In good health, you'll always stay. A group of trees can nicely mean towards fulfillment. Your wishes lean. On a very material level, this is asking the masculine to go to the trees, to go to the forest, to take these anxieties, take these issues to that space and envision what the way forward is. What are your wishes? If it helps, you might write them down and bury them at the base of a tree, or at least give them over to a tree, tuck them behind a little bit of bark. The tree is also connection of the upper realm to the lower realm. Like, it's the divine with the rooted. It's things coming into union and harmony. And you're reminded that you are that space between. You are the bridge here. You are the space between disharmony, disunion, and union. You are the threshold. All right, let's see what's going on in future energies of the feminine, or any advice for the feminine. These are Lenormand cards, by the way, in case you were wondering. Made in Germany. I love these cards. I have several decks. They're unique to read, and I like to do my character sketches with them. The mice come to tell you a story of theft. If they enter your home, you'll have nothing left. Okay. This is the feminine's confusion of what is conflict, what is purpose, what is good, what is bad, like what means progression, what means, there's this conflicted energy of like the clouds being out and their clear sky and hope, growth, good things, and then the clouds roll in and she's not quite sure what's going on. So feminine, know that you are safe in yourself. No one can steal anything you don't want to give. And even if you give something to the wrong person, know that there's no shame in doing that. That it was something that happened. It's not a sentence to hold yourself to. There's really this feeling of like, I don't know whether to open my heart or not. I don't know how to maintain a state of vulnerability. I don't know if I'm safe to. So part of that is recognizing that if you are vulnerable and someone does not honor that, that's on them, not on you. You did what you needed to do. 2 + 3 is 5, so we have the same number for outcome. Let's get another card for the feminine about this situation. 24. We had a 6 here as well. Yeah. Do you know that this heart wards off every pain? Endless delight all lovers will gain. This is exactly what I was saying. Thank you, cards. Your heart is stronger than your mind. This is something that we always forget. Your heart is stronger than your mind. It is more resilient than your mind. Your mind is a fearful, fearful thing. And it's almost like a child protecting its parent, like yeah, I'm going to leave it at that. It's a child protecting its parent. Let's take a look at the shared space going forward, moving forward. What can you tell me about the shared space going forward? Where's this connection at? Maybe for the next week or so after this reading. That a secret there might be, it is written in this book. Let us now discover it, giving the cards a closer look. Oh, cool. All right, so there is going to be some uncovering of what these feelings are, some deeper opening. I'm really getting that this shared space is opening up more and more. That it's becoming a sheltering, a home, a place of knowledge. Again, you're sharing knowledge in this space. And you can do this intentionally and see, you know, plant a thought. If you want masculine, if you want the feminine to know how you feel so she can be less confused, tell her in your thoughts if you're not ready to reach out and communicate. Any other messages for our masculines and feminines? The gentleman's the king of cards. He brings you joy or makes you grim, depending on which signs, for good or bad, he is surrounding him. Okay, so masculine's really mirroring the feminine. Feminine, this is a message for you that if you are staying open, if you are staying bright, that is going to help perpetuate a brightness in the masculine. 33, if you have the chance to have this key at your side right from the start, your life shall flow according to the desires of your heart. And I'm really getting, this is very much related to the feminine. I'm really getting that the key and the heart, the key is to keep the heart open, to avoid defensiveness. Not that you shouldn't confront difficulties. The conversations that perhaps if there's been conflict, have honest conversations, have, true and real apologies between you, but don't close your heart to the feelings. This is really, and again, it's speaking to the prosperity in this shared space, the prosperity that comes from union between the two. And finally, with the anchor at your side, gains in trade come into view. If far away mistakes and unsteady love will face you. This is again, far away and close. The message is very clear that closeness is going to bring more prosperity. It's going to bring more answers for both. For both. And I really feel like the material is the realm of the masculine in this reading, and the spiritual is the realm of the feminine. And so bringing that together into the shared space, masculine, what are you going to do in the physical to create security in the beacon of light that guides you through the spiritual? So that's what I have for you guys today. Thank you so much for joining me. Please leave a comment. Let me know how this resonated. Subscribe, like, let's build this channel. Thank you.